Hey guys, it's TriloG Studios. Before we get into it, show some support by liking and subscribing to the channel. Also, if you like Gundam and Mecha based content, be sure to check out my channel, TriloG Studios, linked in the description down below. I generally play yellow, and I have Crisis Cole here who generally plays, what color you play, Molly? Red?
It's mostly red. I mean, sometimes it'll be yellow, just like you, but mostly it's red.
So since we're starting off with the red Ancient Guardian Trident Dragon, I'll let you go since you're the red player. What do you think about this guy?
So, I guess the fact is it's a 7 cost, it's got 3 reduction. It's got 5, 7, and 10k, so it's pretty good numbers, so it can't just like get smoked by something as soon as it comes down. It's got Awaken, which makes using its level 3 pretty easy. I like the during the attack step effect, because basically it refunds you on what you pay for it. So at the start of the step, you place 2 cores from your trash that are not the soul core onto the spirit for every Ruby Sanctuary. So basically, once you have 2 Ruby Sanctuaries out, at minimum, he costs 5, and he would refund you 4 of the cores back anyway. He's super cheap to put down as long as you have access to the Sanctuary, which is pretty nice. I really wonder just how well it lines up with getting added to other cards. I think probably, if anything, I would probably pair him with Dragno King, just because he's not entirely dependent on... Well, he doesn't require you to have the Soul Core, so it makes it a lot easier to play him with Dragno King, so Dragno King wants you to use the Soul Core.
Yeah, see, my opinion is gonna be a lot smaller than that. I'm just like, his level 3 looks pretty useful, but like
Yeah, you know, it's always nice when you get to volcanic break somebody on your attack. You know, especially considering we lost 3 volcanic.
Hey, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm glad. As a yellow player, I am glad that was the case. I'm pretty sure 6k is gonna be still kind of yellow's threshold here. I'm still skeptical about like how well these Nexus kind of decks, oriented decks with the Ruby Sanctuary and all these things, like where you have to find this thing in order for these other cards to kind of like pop off, is going to work. I'm guessing like because since blue is around, you can be like a red-blue deck with Ruby Sanctuary and like be able to like, I don't know, get it back from the graveyard, put it into play. That might be the idea behind it all, but I haven't looked at too many of the blue cards. All right, let's look at Emperor Thunder Leon's decrepit cousin here. That is one hell of a reduction lineup. 6 reduction.
Standard red 8 cost 6 reduction. There we go.
It's like, does this card cost a lot? But I do like the reduction system. All right, as a red card, you go ahead and take it away again.
So this is kind of like, it seems a guy that really wants you to embrace the go wide strategy. Kind of lessened since we don't have Over Raptidon anymore. Or he buffs himself by 2,000 for every spirit you control. So essentially, he can make himself, if you had 4 things and you had 1 core, you could turn him into a 14k.
Just always having a big body block. I mean, big body attacker is always pretty decent. It's like, it's always just gonna have to be blocked or it's going to deal its damage. Not really much things can contend with it other than magic cards.
This is like the weird thing with this card, because like it has 6 reduction and it has that effect, so obviously it wants to be the guy that's doing the attacking. The thing about it that is obviously the coolest thing is the fact that during your instep it says I get to draw until I have 3 cards.
Which is wild. I love aggro cards like
it's
this.
It's the card that makes it so that you have the ability to have a stronger mid game in the event that, you know, they answer your board, which, I mean, generally that was being done by purple with Curse Dragon, because he basically cleans up your entire board, and there's really not that many other cards that clean up your board like that does. I guess in a sense now it's like, if you do this, like if you go ahead and drop Blaze Lion and you have him at 3 cores and then you just draw 3 cards after you've emptied out your hand, now it's like, all right, well, even if they answer my board, I just got 3 cards back. And now if they answer your board, you have the 3 cards, and then you start Blessed Draw, then you have 7 cards in your hand. So I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, my opinion about this guy, the top effect is alright, just makes him a big attacker. Like, you're definitely going to be attacking with him. You want to drop him for 2, obviously for 3 cores in total, which is pretty good. So it's one of those, like, if you have a really aggressive game plan, like you said, he comes down really cheap and just becomes this guy who swings for like an absurd number, which you shouldn't be doing on 1 core. I mean, yeah. But that end of turn is just like, yeah, it's a kind of a generic ability, but I've seen this in other card games, and that is just kind of like, where's the gas? And this guy just like goes to the pump for you for free. Like, here you go, here's 3 extra cards, and then you play those cards, and then here's 3 extra cards, and of course, like, the longer this boy stays out, obviously it doesn't stack, so like they have it worded so you can't have 2 of these guys out and you get 6 cards, but that's fine enough. You just being able to get those extra 3 cards sometimes, even if I think like the best play is like you drop your hand, you play this guy, you're at 0 cards, and then you get the extra 3, and that just automatically is just awesome, right? So
here's the other thing about this card is that, like, even if like you're in a situation where like they've stalled you out and like your small bodies are kind of useless now, so like if they have like the blue card, I forget what the name of it is, but the one that makes it so your 3 costs or less can't deal damage.
Yeah, I haven't reviewed the set yet, so that's probably
I'm just saying, using that as an example, if that was the case and you're like, I don't need these 3 costs anymore, you could even play them down earlier by just like, I'll just sacrifice these guys' cores off. I'll just play extra dudes out, sacrifice them off to make sure he's at 3 or 4 cores, and then I'll draw the 3 cards in my hand so I can find my bigger stuff.
Yeah, exactly. To get to the next game plan, while he's kind of like that mid guy. Like, I'll handle the game now, and then or just keep pushing that damage in because everything has haste. Which drawing 3 cards that all have haste is kind of scary. So
we also got to take note of the fact that he is a Emperor Beast.
C. All right, let's go ahead and move to the purple cards. All right, Ancient Castle Guardian.
This is your favorite color, so you...
Nocturna. Well, this is not my favorite color. Not even close. Interested in seeing our review of the remaining colors? Then hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you'll be notified as soon as that video becomes available.
Can't make a promise, but I do my best. 25 sitting on 25 racks. Just got started, no we ain't done yet. But a new crib, that's a goddamn flex. Sign that check. Told them last year that I've been up next. Can't take calls, but I send that text from way downtown, but the shit's still wet. Yeah, that's a guarantee. King of the city, man, they knowing that it's me. 8 damn years, still doing it with ease.